The guy I'm about to interview has a $500 million net worth, and he invited us out to his $20 million mansion out here. This is insane, you guys. Ben, it's good to see you.
Drive by.
How you doing? Thanks for
Pretty
having us
good.
out. This place is incredible.
Is it?
Yes.
And it all could be yours, baby.
Yeah?
Just pull out that checkbook.
Who am I here with today?
You're here with Ben Mallah.
What is your net worth?
On paper, it's close to about 500 million.
So you're buying hotels?
We've bought and sold, I couldn't count how many hotels. At first, I didn't have any money. And the first thing everybody has to learn is you have to borrow money. If you ain't got no money, you got one choice in life. You borrow it.
Are you a good salesman?
Me, no, I can't sell. I can sell ice to Eskimos.
Now, we're in the backyard of your $30 million mansion right here. I want everybody to see, guys, this is the most insane backyard I've ever seen. What's your last message to
You
somebody?
didn't see the bowling alley.
You got a bowling alley in there too? What's your last message to somebody trying to own a place like this in today's world? They want to become... Guys, I'm about to interview one of the richest men in all of Florida. And in fact, he has a net worth of over $500 million, $500 million. It's Ben Mallah, one of the most renowned real estate entrepreneurs in the entire world. He owns hotels, apartment complexes, buildings all over the world. So I'm gonna go up to his house, we're gonna meet him, and we're gonna interview him, figure out how you can start creating wealth and becoming wealthy through real estate in today's world, even if you don't have a lot of money. So let's go meet up with Ben and go see what he has to say. Come on. Look at this place, you guys. Like I said, this is a $20 million mansion. We got our guy Ben out here front. He's got the Rolls Royce, the Ferrari. This place is insane. Ben, what's going on, my friend?
How are you? How are you?
It's good to
Nice
see you.
Drive by.
How you doing? Thanks for
Pretty
having
good.
us out.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
It's good to see you, sir.
What's going on?
How you
How's
doing?
everything going?
Doing well.
Good.
This place is incredible.
Is it?
Yes.
And it all could be yours, baby.
Yeah?
Just pull out that checkbook.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking about today, right? We know that you became successful, accumulated hundreds of millions of dollars of wealth through real estate. We want this to be a master class. I want this to be the best real estate interview that I've ever done in my life.
Just remember, I'm the master and you're the student.
That's correct, and that's why I'm here to learn from you.
Very good.
So can we get into things?
Let's do it. Let's rock and roll.
Amazing. Who am I here with today?
You're here with Ben Mallah.
What is your net worth?
On paper, it's close to about 500 million.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, my family was dirt poor. My father was the ultimate cheapskate too, besides being poor.
And for those that don't know, what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Real estate.
How long have you been in the business?
I started in my early 20s and I'm in my late 50s. You do the math.
So what was the turning point getting into real estate?
Real estate is probably the most common way any human being can make money. Why? Because you need it. Everybody needs a place to live. Everybody needs a place to work. Everybody needs a place to shop, right? I mean, it's essential. At first, we were just into affordable housing, and then we moved into retail, and we went into hotels. So we're all over the board now.
So you're buying hotels?
We've bought and sold, I couldn't count how many hotels. All over Orlando, Tampa, on this side of the bay, all over.
How do you get the money to buy hotels?
It's just like buying anything else. The hotel's making money. You go to the bank and you say, okay, I want to buy this hotel for this price. They look at it, they appraise it, they say, yeah, it's a good deal at that price. They're going to give me 80 cents in the dollar. Maybe the hotel is 75, but with me, they'll probably push 80 because they really want the loan.
There's a big misconception in today's world that you have to have a ton of money to start creating wealth in real estate. Do you agree with that? Or do you think you don't have to have any money to get in the game at all?
Listen, everybody's on a different level. You got to get in where you fit in, okay? At first, I didn't have any money. And the first thing everybody has to learn is you have to borrow money. If you ain't got no money, you got one choice in life. You borrow it. There's no other choice.
Where's the best place to borrow money from?
The bank.
But is a bank going to give you money if you don't have capital? How do you get money from a bank?
Okay, listen, if you're just starting out, there's all kinds of ways. My first deal was a VA loan. VA loan, you go up to 4 units, 1 to 4 units, and you get no money down, baby. All right? But let's say you weren't in the military. Then you got to go FHA. FHA is 3.5% down, 1 to 4 units. You know what that means? That means you could buy 4 units. The 3 units will pay all your bills, and this one here, you live for free at a minimum. Or if you really get lucky, you'll get cash flow too. Depends on the buy. It's all in the buy. You got to buy it right. That's what real estate's all about. Setting yourself up to do the deal with the money for the bank and finding the right deal. Everything else is common sense and you can pay people. You know, you got all kinds of tools in real estate. I use lawyers, I use brokers, I use bankers. You're just basically putting all the right pieces in the right place.
So let me ask you this, because I want to talk about debt real quick, because a lot of people are terrified to take on that debt.
Ooh, I don't want to borrow any money.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
well, you'll never fucking grow.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
No. Hey,
Okay. right?
We
The
can
point
talk.
is, if you don't borrow money, all right, I go out and do a deal tomorrow for, say, $10 million, right? Simple deal, $10 million bucks. I put 2 down, and the bank puts 8. Who's taking all the risk? The bank. And yeah, are rates high now? Yes, they're higher. But you really got to worry about the rate being, whether it's 4, 5, or 6, or even 7, then that probably ain't the right deal. You got to have a much bigger cushion than that in profit to worry about paying the bank, 6%. If I borrow $1 million bucks in the bank, that's 60 grand a year in interest. That's 5 grand a month. That's when you got to figure it out. The deal's got to make sense. It's all in buying the right deal and having a plan for that deal.
Are banks still lending money in today's world at the same rate that they once were?
Banks have to loan money. That's how they make money. If they don't loan money, they don't make no money. A bank has only worked what the loans are. Now, if the loans go bad, that means the bank's worth less money. That's when we have opportunity.
So how did you
And
leverage?
that's what we're waiting for to happen right now.
How did you leverage debt to build wealth?
Listen, the first thing you gotta do is get pre-qualified. If you don't have nothing, but you gotta have a job, come on, you gotta have some kind of income. The easiest first way to get in the door is do an FHA. And if you're a younger person, you don't buy a house. You buy a duplex, a triplex, a fourplex, something that generates income and provides you with a place to live. So this way, you don't have the whole burden of all the bills being on your shoulders. And later on in life, you get the house. Everything's steps in life.
Guys, this interview with Ben has been incredible so far. But one thing that I've noticed from spending a lot of time with guys like Ben, who's worth $500 million, and other successful people, even off camera, it's that not only do they have an incredible team, but at every point in their career or their business, they had somebody that was able to help them step by step get to that next level and ultimately help guys like him build a $500 million net worth. And I'm talking to you right now. If you're at a point in your career where you don't have those people around you, you don't have those people that are 5, 10, 15, 20 steps ahead, even one step ahead that can help you get to that next level, I want to give you the opportunity right now to become a member of the #1 community for business owners in the entire world called the School of Mentors. And I launched and built this community a couple months ago, and I've already grown it to over 4,000 members. And the reason why is because every single week I bring in the 8-figure, the 9-figure, the billion-dollar entrepreneurs that I interview on this channel. Guys just like Ben, where these huge business owners will mentor all of our members directly. You can literally ask your questions to the people that I'm interviewing so that way you can start to build the business of your dreams and start to build that financial freedom. Guys, I've literally had people like Ben, for example, Todd Napola, who owns over $500 million worth of real estate, come into my community and teach the members step by step how to invest in real estate, even if you have no money to your name at all. Literally the blueprint on how to get access to capital, how to negotiate with banks, how to find deals, how to make your money work for you when you start to have it coming in. Guys, there's not a single platform or community that we have anywhere else in the world right now. And I want to bring you guys my multi-billion-dollar network of people that I know to mentor you directly every week on live Zoom calls. So come get mentored from a billionaire. Come get mentored from an 8-figure or 9-figure entrepreneur and watch your life change just like the people that I interview. To join today for free, all you have to do is go down to the link in the description of this video. I can't wait to see you on the inside. With that being said, let's get back to the interview. Throughout your career, what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
We don't really go by the year. All I can tell you is I sold a package for 90-something million not that long ago, last year. And that was a package of properties. I sell deals all the time. I sold a $34 million hotel and only paid 17 for it. And the money it cost to fix it up, we did spend $6 million on fixing it up. But you know where the money came from? The operating in a hotel, not my pocket. The hotel was making money the day I bought it. Fine, take all the money the hotel's making and pump it into fixing it up. All right, and then we flipped it for 34. We've done a lot of deals like that. We do them all over the board. We don't care.
What is the best piece of real estate somebody can buy in today's world?
The best? Depends on how much money you got. If you're really on the very top and you're really in the big world, big boys, like all the guys you run into all the time, data centers. Why? Because it's the future. It's a concrete building with a bunch of shelves in it, full of computers. And companies will rent that space from you. They'll stock their computers in it. You got enough power to keep it cold. Data centers is the new future in real estate because computers are only going to grow, always. We can't live without computers anymore. Clouds and everything we do is run into a data center. So, I think data centers are the top of the game in real estate.
I've never heard that before.
That's what's going on in real estate. That's why I'm in real estate, and I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
But anyway, everything's good. Everything's good in real estate.
Right.
It doesn't matter what real estate you buy, as long as you're buying a good deal.
But let's say somebody has $100,000.
$100,000.
That money's put to the side. Where would you park that in
The
today's
safest place is always going to be residential income property.
like multifamily?
Yeah, like a 4-plex or an 8-plex or a 12-plex or whatever you feel you can handle and where however far your money's going to take it. If you got $100,000, you need to go get pre-qualified because $100,000 will get you $500,000 property with a $400,000 loan. So that's what you can do with $100,000. You go out and leverage it up to $500,000. Now you got to go out and find a building that you can buy for $500,000 that can be turned into a building worth $700,000 or $800,000.
You sell that building eventually?
Or refinance it and keep it. Refinancing is a non-taxable event. All the money I get was from refinancing. When I sell a building, I don't touch the money.
So you
I
refinance.
have to roll into the next deal, baby.
Yeah, so you refinance, you get the money back that you put in, and then you're making money continuously.
You just keep rolling. It's the way they set up the system. Our system is set up in the right way for people to grow. You just have to apply yourself, and you have to find the right people to deal with, and you got to get in with the right people that are doing it.
Now you got an incredible house out here. This is a $20-30 million mansion out here.
Stop saying 20.
30
20 was 5 years ago.
$30 million mansion. Could we go up and check it out?
Sure, I'll give you the nickel tour.
Growing up, did you think all this was possible? To be able to own a place like this? And
I mean, not when I was growing up. It came to me that this was all possible when I went to work for the guy that had all this. And that showed me, yes, it was achievable because he was smart and smarter than me in some ways, but I was smarter than him in other ways. That's why we made such a good partnership. So I knew it was achievable when I hit about 25.
so you agree that you can only grow to what you've been exposed to?
That's a good one. You should write that down.
Yeah.
You might even be able to copyright and sell that.
I got you.
You can only grow to what you exposed to.
So I guess what was that mindset shift that made you a multimillionaire?
Stop partying. Stop worried about what everybody else is doing. Stop trying to have shit you can't afford. Get busy and get to work and have a plan that makes sense.
So was it all worth it? All the sacrifice?
Of course, because now my kids don't have to go through all the shit I went through. Yes, they earned their pay and they paid their dues, but now they don't have to go through all the struggles that I had to go through.
Do you own this house?
Yes, I own a house.
How do you feel about people that say that you should not own where you live and only own where other people live? How do you feel about that? A lot of people say that a home is not a good investment.
It's all on what you pay for the home. If you're buying a home at a price below the market, how could it not be a good investment? And most people, the only investment they have, the average working person, their whole life is their home. It's a forced way of saving money and building equity. So everybody should have a home. And then when they get older, the home should be paid off, and then they own it free and clear, and they're sitting on a pile of cash.
Now, we're in the backyard of your $30 million mansion right here. I want everybody to see, guys, this is the most insane backyard I've ever seen. He has a lazy river in his backyard. What's your last message to
You
somebody?
didn't see the bowling alley.
You got a bowling alley in there too? What's your last message to somebody trying to own a place like this in today's world? They want to become
This don't happen overnight. And did I really need this big place? No. Okay, but I was at the right time, at the right place, and me and the seller agreed on the right price. Okay, so that's what it was all about.
But beyond that though, like just one more message that you can kind of give to somebody where they want to build a substantial net worth in today's world.
You got to build it. You got to build it block by block and never stop. And as soon as you keep building blocks, eventually you're going to have all this.
But let's say somebody, they're constant failure after failure after failure.
Because the plan wasn't right. You got to have a plan. In real estate, you're not going to fail if you do your homework and you assert yourself in finding a deal. You're not going to lose, but you got to have a plan to follow that makes sense in real estate.
You got amazing advice, my friend. Thank you so much for having us out here. Where can everybody find you at who tuned in?
BenMallah.com. Put it on the screen.
Everybody go tap in with Ben Mallah on all platforms. We'll put the links in the description. This was incredible, my friend. Thanks you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
You're buying lunch, right?
Yes, sir. I'm buying lunch. Steaks, right? You said steaks? I got you.